Good afternoon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, this is your host, Santos Capilan Jr., always wishing you good. Guys, today what I'm going to show you is my Internet Cafe application. Okay, so let me just share the running application. Okay, now guys, I'll try to uh, code most of the uh, buttons here for the event procedure. Now, I will do the tutorial for the prepaid and transfer station later, okay? Now, but I just want to demonstrate the login buttons, okay? So as I said, we will be using only 5 computers here just to give some illustration. How are you going to program using Visual Basic or our Microsoft Visual Studio and the Visual Basic application. Okay, now guys, again, I would like to reiterate that the purpose of this is to give some training or some tutorial for those new engineers and other technical course graduates who have a very or less exposure when it comes to computer programming. Just like when I was in my college days, way back 1985, we have a very limited, I think I had only one computer subject there. Okay. So for those who have a very less exposure in computer programming, this is a tutorial for you using a very simple programming language, which is easy to understand. Okay, then after this, maybe you would like to level up, then that's the time you can use some other programming languages like Python or C or C++, Java, and other high-level programming language. Okay, now let me start it. Now, as you can see here, I have here 5 computers. Now I have a login button here. Okay, so login button will just try to display the login hours and the login minutes. Okay, so these are the login hour and login minute in my system in my computer. Okay, now I have done here an automatic computation of amount to pay using a timer. Okay, so I'm using a timer control here in the tick, and I set the interval 1000, so meaning every 1 second it will display the amount to pay. Okay, so now I think every 1 minute, that is 1000 millisecond. Okay, so 1000 millisecond, that is 1 second. Okay, so every second it will try to display the amount to pay. Okay, so now, right now, as you can see, I already have 0.25 because my hourly rate is 15 pesos divided by 60 is 0.25 per minute. Okay, so I'm computing the amount to pay per minute. Okay, so maybe in some places this is not the way they are computing the consumption of the computer user, but in this case I'm just trying to show you some simple programming. Okay, now again, I'm not saying this is a very, I mean, this is a excellent programming tutorial. Okay, now this is intended for BMS engineer. I'm just trying to get them ready with the control logic programming using functional block or script programming. If they know something about variables, they are aware of some control structure like if then else case structure, then they can use this one, or it will be a good foundation for them when they go to the building automation control logic programming. Okay, so anyway, now let me log in PC number 2. Okay, then PC number 3, PC number 4, then PC number 5. Okay, now I have total amount collected. Okay, now this is for the sake of the owner or the one manning the cafe. He will be able to monitor how much money in the register. Okay, so let's say PC number 1. Let's try to log out PC number 1. So I will click log out. Now, by the way, guys, I make the login button disabled. Okay, because We want to prevent the accidental logging in of the computer, so that, of course, you know the reason for this one. We don't want to change the login time of the computer, especially if the login time is already being computed. Okay. Then let me log out PC number 1. So what is happening when we log out PC number 1? Likewise, our log out button is also disabled. Okay, then we will display the computer number here. Then the usage. As you can see, the usage is 3 minutes. Okay, then it should be around 75 centavos. Okay. Now, once the user pay the amount, then the guy manning the cafe will click this page. Then it will go to this display. So meaning he had just collected 75 centavos. Okay. Now again, when I click the page, then the login and the logout button for this one will be available, so that another user can use this station. Okay. Now let's try to log out PC number 2. Okay. Likewise, the same procedure we will do for the rest of the computer. Okay. So computer number 2 is log out, then usage is 2 minutes, then amount to pay is 5. Okay. Now when the user pay this amount, then we can click the pay, then it will be added to the amount collected. Okay. So if you are the owner of the cafe, when you visit the cafe, then you can just look at the application, and you know you already have there around 1.25 pesos. Okay. So again, let's log out this one. Okay, then it was paid. Okay, so that is 1.75. Now here, this is the running total for the login computer. So you already know, or the owner knows that, okay, I will be collecting at this moment 1.5. Okay. So this is just a simple programming using some of the basic concept in programming, especially variables and some control structure. Okay. Now maybe the next part I will show you the codes. Okay. But for this one, let me log out all the computers. Okay. Log out, then it was paid. Okay. So I have no 2.5. Then this one I will log out. Then it was paid. Okay. Now I have some problem here, because I need to check the code, because this login button is not enabled and these buttons are not enabled. So let me check the code. Maybe I forget to enable those buttons. Okay, but anyway, I hope you have an idea already. How are you going to prepare this simple internet cafe, especially for the beginners? Okay, so once again, thank you for joining me here. I do hope you are learning something in this video tutorial, and I'm just trying to share what I have learned in Visual Basic. Guys, as I said, I'm a self-taught individual in BMS. I try to learn it. In programming, I try to learn it by myself. So I'm trying to share it to those beginners also. So I'm just trying to open a window or open a door. Then once you are inside, then it's up to you to level up. So once again, before I will end this, thank you very much for joining me. And you can always click the notification bell or click the subscribe button if you are new to my channel. And if you really appreciate what I'm doing, help me in promoting it by putting your comments, and you can also click the like, share it to your friends. Thank you very much. Before I will end, God bless us all. Let's all be safe, and bye for now.